never slept with you and does not allow you to touch her, she is not submitting to you. And she is basically not your woman. So, when a woman decides to step out of her relationship and go and sleep with another man, she is submitting to that man. And she is giving that man the highest form of submission that she has to offer. And by giving that form of submission to another man, she therefore devalues that submission. And your man is unable to accept you back simply because you went and submitted to somebody else. And so, who do you actually want? The other guy you submitted to, or me? And so, if your submission as a woman becomes worthless to the men around you, no man wants to keep you because your submission means nothing to him. If you're giving it to everyone, remember, your submission is tied to your body, and it is not until you give your body to a guy that you are fully submitted to that guy. So, for men, on the other hand, our bodies mean nothing. There is no value tied to our bodies. That's why, for the most part, there's no bride price paid for us. The only thing that we are good for as men is what we bring to the table. The resources that we bring, the protection that we bring, the vision that we bring, the knowledge that we bring, the understanding and the connections that we bring to the table. Without any of those things, a man in society is useless. And so the interesting thing about those things is that we can not only give them to just one woman, we can give them to multiple women without ruining one relationship. That's why men are able to be in multiple relationships but only love one woman, but women can't. And so, to conclude, I don't know if this is the conclusion, but summarize, a guy's body is not as valuable as a woman's body. That's why even as a man, if a woman hears your body count, if you're a man and you have a body count of 100, women don't care. If you have a body count of 20, 50, 100, women don't care. But if a woman has a body count of 50, men care, because it is her body that we're here for. And I mean, everything else comes with it. Her intelligence, her character, how all of those things. But the thing is, you do not see any of those things when you first meet a woman. And if her body does not pull you to her, then you'll never get to know whether she is smart, dumb, intelligent, or any of those things. None of those things will matter if her body doesn't pull you towards her. So, to conclude, again, the reason why men can cheat is because there is no value and there are no emotions attached to our bodies. But the reason why a woman can't cheat is because there is value and there is emotion attached to her body. And so, as men, we can give away our vessel to whomever. We can almost prostitute ourselves to any woman in the world. And as long as we have commitment to one woman, the relationship will be fine. But a woman cannot to every single able to be faithful to one, emotionally do that. Give away her body and physically to this video. Don't hate me. Truth silent recently with clock is that they are not evenly distributed amongst everybody around you. Some people have considerably more luck than others. Other people might have to do 10 times more work to get half the luck somebody else gets. And that can be very demoralizing. But I think the biggest example for success doesn't mean, the biggest example that hard work doesn't mean success is an area like social media. Social media is awash with people who have put in so much work and have not really gotten as much success. I'll give you a simple example of there are a few YouTube channels. I won't mention them, but I'm sure you have all witnessed them, whether it is a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, or Instagram account, it doesn't really matter, where you have someone who has posted 20, 30 videos in maybe the past 1 year, and they have millions of followers, millions of subscribers, millions of likes. They have all of that going for them. And then you'll check out another account, and on that account, the person would have posted hundreds, thousands of videos, thousands of pictures, and on that account there are a lot less views, there are a lot less likes, and there are a lot less followers. And so that in itself is an easy way to see that just because you're the hardest working guy in the room does not always mean you're going to be the most successful guy in the room. Because if you look at things like intelligence and IQ, those things are not evenly distributed amongst everyone. There are people who are born with a lot more intelligence than others. It's the exact same thing with creativity. There are people who are considerably more creative than others, and regardless of how much work you do to try and be as creative as them, you might have to do 10 projects for every single one project that they do. And from that one project, they might be able to bring in more results than you, which means that you find that that creativity really speaks volumes, and it is something that is very difficult to replicate. And so the idea that if you become the hardest working guy in the room, you will obviously outcompete anyone is not always true. Because if you are competing against someone who is just as hardworking as you, but they're more talented, they're richer, they are more connected, maybe they're in a better country, they have access to better equipment, better tools, those people take those people will consistently outperform you over time. Consistently, on average, they will outperform you over time because they just simply have access to things that you might not have access to. So the next time you go out there trying to work your ass off, first sit down and try and put the odds in your favor by picking a field that, one, you're naturally good. So that's my opinion. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments.